What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the Wheel of Fate quest number 3, and starting off with Gore here. You can only use champions from 2014, and I'm not gonna lie, there's not many great options for this first fight. The best one is definitely Juggernaut that I already have on the team. However, if you don't have Juggernaut, I'm not sure who else can do this fight. Like potentially Hulk, if you like really stack a lot of those debuffs, go for that special 3, get like a massive special 2 crit or something. Potentially Spider-Man with his debuffs and inequity. But honestly, man, I hope you guys have Juggernaut, because Juggernaut is definitely the best way to kill this Gore. Towards the end of the fight, like 30% and below, you want to go for some special 3s, because the special 3s are going to stun him, and then you can go for like some multiple staggers, because his regen is actually really strong. So you definitely want to have some staggers there to prevent it. Now for this next fight, we have Dazzler. You can use pretty much anyone for this fight. I personally used Titania, and I ended up tanking some special 3s. If you have inequity and those weaknesses from the special 1, it doesn't hurt that much. Like, it only does like 35% or something. So yeah, it doesn't hurt that much. But definitely be careful. You don't want to push her to a special 2 if you're using to another champion. Titania is kind of a special occasion because she can tank it with haymakers and stuff. But you can use Hyperion, you can use Serpent. Just be careful when you knock her down. She doesn't get to 2 bars of power. Lady Deathstrike. There's 2 great options here. I think Null and Gladiator are probably the best ones. Null, I used my Null as a rank 2. It was a very slow fight because my Null is also unduped, and I didn't play it that well. But it still was a solo. I think it took me like 9 minutes. Gladiator, I can see him being really strong as well with the burst on his specials and stuff like that. And then if you don't have those, you can use Titania. Titania has a really strong special 3 as well. Now moving on to Enchantress here. So you can use only Luke Cage, White Tiger, Blade, Captain America, and She-Hulk. So if you don't have She-Hulk, I feel like She-Hulk is the best option. But not a lot of people have her. I don't ever have her as well. So I used Luke Cage. I think that's the best option after this. He's, you know, class advantage, does decent damage. I think it took me like 3 or 4 revives to take out this Enchantress. There's a cool thing you can do with Luke Cage if you're duped. You can push it to like special 3 and then basically tank it with Indestructible, and so you don't have to bait all those special ones from Enchantress. Moving on to Thor Ragnarok here. So the Thor Ragnarok fight this time around is a bit tricky because there's no champion that can really spam a lot of specials in this one. So if you use like Hood or Stark Spidey, just be careful because he is immune to all those power steal, power drain effects. So you have to be like aggressive so that he doesn't get to like his his 40 combo. He gets that power gain, and you need to have like specials ready so you can cancel it. But yeah, I ended up being a solo with my Stark Spidey rank 3, very strong champion, so not too bad. This arcade I was so worried about, but if you use Guillotine 2099, she kind of cheeses him, I'm not gonna lie, because you basically don't bait a single special from him. Like I did bait like a couple of special ones. Because, you know, AI and stuff like that, but it wasn't too bad, honestly. Also, Guillotine is poison immune if you end up, you know, baiting a special 1, so that really helps. And it was a very easy solo with Guillotine. If you don't have Guillotine, you know, Angela hits pretty hard. She's not bad at all. Some people might use like even Captain Marvel, but honestly, Guillotine 299 and Angela are definitely the best options here. Next up, we got Leader. So there's a lot of options you can use here. You can use Massacre, he's really good. You can use Omega Red. You can use Domino, Sentinel, Red Skull. Not bad options for sure. I ended up going with Domino, and I basically kind of used this power game, which gives you like 50% of bar of power whenever you parry, into my advantage. And I went for like a couple of special 3s, and I got lucky to get those crit bleeds. And then thanks to the SP1, I could refresh it and deal a lot of damage. So yeah, Domino definitely did really well for this fight. Moving on to Bullseye, there's only really 2 options for this. Okoye is one, and I don't have her here, but I ended up using Gentle. He worked fine. I think it was like 2 revives for me. If you don't have Gentle or Okoye though, it's gonna be really tough. You're like gonna have to use like Zola or Lumatrix, because those are the only ones that are bleed immune, and it's not gonna be a good fight because none of them countered his evade, meaning you have to like block special ones or deck special ones, and it's gonna be really tough. So you ideally want to have Gentle or Okoye for this fight. Next up, we got Human Torch. There's really good options here. I personally used Joe Fixit, of course. I think it took me like 1 revive. But if you don't have Joe Fixit, or honestly, I think there are better options than Joe Fixit. I think Deadpool X-Force and Superior Iron Man are the best options for this. Superior Iron Man being, you know, a beast, actually really underrated. It's got some regen as well. And then Deadpool X-Force has like huge damage on his special 2 with bleed debuffs, and he just destroys his fight really, really well. Again, you know, Torch fight is kind of like a tricky one. You want to be able to dex your specials. Definitely don't block the last hit of your specials, and then manage the protection. And every time you heavy attack, you need to heavy attack again in order to switch from the energy attacks back to the physical. So you just have to play around the nodes here. Next up, we got Serpent. You can use Kushala, is very good, definitely the best option for this. You can also use Wolf if you don't have Kushala, and Kindred. However, if you don't have Kushala, with Wolf and Kindred, you probably will have to use like 2 or 3 revives, even if you play really well, because Serpent just becomes so strong. Eventually, with all those Furies, you just can't take the block damage. Next up, we got Spiral. Not many options you can use here. I would only recommend Civil War, Black Panther, Shuri, or Storm. Storm being the number 3, I don't think she's really, really good. And honestly, maybe Gentle if you didn't use Gentle on Bullseye fight. He has that pursuit, so he might be good for Spiral. But definitely the best 2, Shuri and Black Panther. Shuri is actually really good for this type of content. Just, you know, a bit slow. But she can also block unblockables if you have duped Shuri. And dude, I was so surprised how good Civil War Black Panther was. It's probably because I have like 5 out of 5 deep wounds in this mastery setup. But he destroyed Spiral if you can parry some of the special ones and stuff like that. Like, I did this fight in 1 revive, and I'm very happy about it. Up next though, this Dust was not too fun. I think I ended up using like 4 revives. I used Shatra here personally. I'm not the best Shatra player, so I kind of struggle there. You just have to, like, you know, if she gets the armors, you have to end on a light attack with Shatra to spend some eggs and nullify it, and then parry as well to remove some more. It can get tricky, because, you know, I wasn't really too confident with Shatra, but Shatra is definitely like the best option. It's her and Gladiator. Those are definitely the best ones. You don't really want to use Rinchra, because whenever you root yourself in the corner, she probably will block, and then you can't really hit her block, so you're not gonna be able to ramp up. And then there's like a very small chance you crit against Dust. But if you were to use the Gladiator, be careful with when you ramp, because you can't hit the block too much either with his Intimidate. If you basically need to wait it out. And yeah, if you ramp up though, you go for that special 1, get the unstoppable base special 2s from Dust, and you can do like 3 of those big bursts with Gladiator's ability. So yeah, definitely works really well. And then lastly, for this Deathless Thanos, this is probably the easiest one. You have Chavez, you have Hood, you have Kushala, and you have Shatra. I personally use my spot because I wanted to use my spot. I could have used like Chavez here or Rinchra and stuff like that, but spot, it took me 1 revive. He was very, very good for this. And yeah, definitely the easiest Deathless Thanos of all those 3 quests. So yeah, man, this content is done. I can't say I didn't have fun. It was really good. It's just, I guess it's just not for everyone. Like literally, if you don't have options for this Bullseye, you're just stuck. Like there's nothing you can do. If you don't have Gentle, and if you don't have Okoye, you're gonna have to use Lumatrix and Zola. It's gonna drain your revives, man. Like this is literally a 2.1 million Bullseye, 2.3 million Bullseye without an evade counter. Like if you don't have those 2, Gentle, Okoye, it's just tough, man. Like obviously if you try to do this without Okoye and Gentle, it's not gonna be fun for you for sure. Like even me, I had to rank up some champions so I can have a better time for this, like this rank to null that I did, even Gentle. So yeah, this content is just, you know, you want to take it slow, don't rush into it. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys, and if it did, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.